We need to show these people that now we are all mad. Okay? And this is as we are enforcing this economic sanction, we are making our demand. Our demand will be known, not like what are they looking for. So I want to prove it that the world may know that we are justified in seeking the termination of the zoo, that we are justified when we say that the reason why the Fulani terrorists are all over the place, bombing and killing people every blessed day, without the Western media reporting it, is because we inhabit Nigeria. The reason why people die prematurely, the reason why there is no light, no hospitals, no good roads, no schools, people are dying of hunger, is because we inhabit Nigeria. The reason why people continue to die needlessly, the reason why we drown in the Mediterranean, the reason why we shrivel and dehydrate in the desert is because of Nigeria. The reason why there is corruption, the reason why there is impunity, the reason why there is so much hatred, the reason why there is so much internecine strife and destruction of lives and properties in that damnable geometrical space is because of Nigeria. The reason why people are backwards is because of Nigeria. And it must come to an end. It has to come to an end. If the zoo does not come to an end, it will bring all of our lives to an end, I assure you. It will. We are going to deal with these people without even shooting a gun. Without even shooting a shot. We will deal with them. Now, who are our target? Who are our target? Our target are the political leaders in Biafra land. Our target are the governors. Our target are the local government chairman. Our target are the internal revenue being generated in Biafra state. These are our target. Okay. Now let us visit some of the state and see what what they are generating as revenue. Now, I want you to look at Lagos. Internally generated revenue, the IGR, Lagos top other state with 418.99 billion in 2020. Okay? The report indicates that Lagos State contributed a share of 32% of the total IGR of 1.31 trillion realized by the state in the country in 2020. Now, the 36 state and the FCT IGR figure hit 1.31 trillion in 2020 compared to 1.33 trillion recorded in 2019. This indicates a negative growth of minus 1.93% year on year. Lagos State has the highest internally generated revenue of 400. We know that. I want to read other states. Lagos State. Sorry. Lagos State. Now let us go following after Lagos State is River State with 8.97%, 117.19 billion IGR in 2020. LCT generated 92.06 billion. You see that? Abuja generated 92.06 billion with a share of 7.05%. Delta contributed a share of 4.57% with 59 billion IGR, while Kaduna generated 50 billion at 3%. Ogun State contributed 3.89% with 50 billion. Oyo State 2.91% with 38 billion. Kano 2.44% with 31.8 billion. Akwa Ibom 2.35% with 30 billion. Anambra, now this is where it interests me. Anambra Anambra had 2.14% after generating 28 billion in 2020. Also, Edo State generated 27 billion, 2.08%. Ondo generated 24 billion. Enugu generated 23 billion. IGR. Osun State 1.5%, so 19 billion. And then Kwara State, 19 billion. Plateau State, 19 billion. Zamfara State, 18 billion. Which state again? Kogi State, 17 billion. Cross River State, 16 billion. Abia State, 14 billion. In Abia State, they generate 14 billion. I want you to take note of that. 14 billion in Abia State. Kebbi generated 13 billion. Ebonyi State generated 13 billion. 2020, Bauchi generated 12. Nasarawa generated 12. Bayelsa generated 11.8 billion. Katsina generated 11.4 billion. So you see, this is the money they are. This once we sanction and place a very heavy sanction on this money, my brother, my sister of Biafra people, great Biafra people, once we place sanction on this money you see here, this internally generated revenue in Biafra land, we have touched these people where it pays them. Once we hit this particular jackpot of interrupting this internally generated revenue, that is the end. They will be rushing, they will be running like only now. Believe me, by the time we touch these people, that is the end. So I want you to see how important it is. We need to start sanctioning the internally generated revenue. So when somebody is in charge of Ochanjame market, for example, collecting revenue in Ochanjame market is a big position. So the person will declare what you declare is what you are going to get. So when they collect, sometimes they do it on contract. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that they give this revenue collection on contract? Do you know that? Let me tell you today. They're giving some contract. The local government chairman will give contract to somebody and say, I want you to be making maybe I want you to be making 1 billion from a Ochanja market every year. Are you aware of that? I want you to be making 1 billion from a Ochanja market every year. So the person will make 2 billion and he will account 1 billion. That is how they run Nigeria. I am telling you. Okay. So what we are proposing is a complete sanction, economic sanction. And for those of you who do not understand how economic sanction works, economic sanction is to create
this is live broadcast,
those
live and direct.
to cripple the economy of those who are abusing human rights with impunity. And all the state governors of the South-East and the South-South, which comprises Biafra, all the state governors, all the states have shown very gross violations of human rights of citizens. So they are not worthy to be collecting revenue from the people they cannot protect. That is the idea. The idea is that they have refused to protect the citizens of this state comprising Biafra, Biafra land. They have failed. They are not worthy to collect revenue. And we are going to impose and enforce this no revenue collection in Biafra. We are fighting for freedom. It is not where you are going to be missing words. Okay? So if you are not protecting the life of your people, you are not worthy to collect revenue. So we as the citizens of Biafra, we as the citizens of all Eastern Nigeria, we have given vote of no confidence of the leaders for failing to protect the life and property of our people, and they are not worthy to collect revenue from us. Now, if you go to Abia State have the worst road. Abia State have the worst market. The market in Abia State, where this internally generated revenue is coming from, is not even, a pig cannot stay there. All of you have seen a rare market, how bad it looks like. I don't know what to call it. So, for that reason, they are not worthy to be collecting revenue from this citizen they cannot protect. It is what we have to do. Once we succeed in doing this, my people, you don't even worry about the governors that will be running up and down. If we are able to stay at home against them, even when they come and start doing whatever they did, we can still do the one. And those of you that you know the revenue collectors, we will declare you the enemy if you do not comply. We will declare you the enemy of Biafra if you do not comply to, like the labor union do. The labor union also plays economic sanction. When they go on strike, what they are indirectly doing is placing economic sanction on the government.
They have deceived us enough. They have deceived us enough. Every election, we cast our election. We vote them in. They will promise us. They will fire us. They will wonder us. They will do this one. And they will do this one. Even they will marry wife and God begin to give us. At the end of this month, they give us 2 months of rice. They give us 200 naira. After everything, there is nothing we see. Look at our road. It's nothing to write home about. I want to tell you, look at our young boys. You can just have a look. Media man just take a look of what is going on. These are young men that have finished their school. They have nothing to do. The highest occupation they have here is keke driver. The highest occupation they have here is keke driver. The next one is Okada driver. Meanwhile, they are graduates. But look at somebody from the bush that is taking care of Nana cow. It's the person on the scene. And we said we are not going to take it any longer. We are not any longer. Enough of 200 naira. What we need is what? Yeah! We need what? Yeah! We need what? Yeah!
If you are serious to get your freedom, if you are serious to do something that will get to the government, we have heard some of you say, "Oh, sitting at home is we are killing our own people. People are hungry. People are this." I have told you several times. It does not affect the economy. Now we have seen different. The difference here is that nobody will be allowed to collect revenue. So that when you sell, keep it to yourself. You will use it to support Biafra when the money is needed. So when you do something, keep it to yourself. But this particular economic sanction will be targeted at only 2 things. 2 things. It is not much. One is Mazi release. 2 is the release of every Biafran that is serving, that has been detained, illegal, because all the people being detained today are all being detained illegal. So we are demanding just these 2. After these conditions are met, our leader will be there, and whatever he says, we are going to follow. But for now, let us do it. If you are serious for this struggle, this is the key. Once with the economy of the state and the governors, we have closed the chapter. This is the one of the key. And we have so many keys that is to come. So many keys that we are going to deal with these people without even shooting a gun. Without even shooting a shot. We will deal with them. So everybody, all the volunteers, those of you who are born for this particular struggle, it is time you begin to get ready for this particular sanction to be enforced.
We'll prove the truth here. They don't know. As I will keep reminding them, before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and put cream on you. If you have a problem, we cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't raise the wound. We cut out the rubbish and throw it away. And heal you properly. And you survive. Than nursing an injury or wound that never improves. We are here.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Sorry about the initial background noise. That is coming from the way what I'm using, the gadget I'm using. thank you for watching that particular excerpt from the yesterday broadcast, where we made it very clear why we are going to have the economic sanction, which is the sanctioning the internally generated revenue of the Biafra state. Now, you have just seen the internally generated revenue of some of the state of Biafra land, and you see those with 28 billion. 28 billion. What they are generating billion. Okay? They are generating billions. But in this all internally generated revenue, generating billions, you don't see the effect anywhere. You don't have good road, you don't have good hospitals, you don't have security, they don't even pay salary. So let us say Anambra State, for example, is generating 20-something billion every year. Okay? That 20-something billion, you don't see it reflecting anywhere. No good road and no nothing. Go to Abia State generates billions. You don't see it anywhere. There is no good road in Araria Market. Araria Market is where they generate one of the biggest, the internally generated revenue in Abia State. Araria Market is like an abandoned evil forest. You don't go there when there is rainfall. So, what is the essence of allowing the internally generated revenue to continue? So now we are going to use that particular stone to kill many birds. We are going to make sure the sanction on this economic internally generated revenue, economic sanction on this Biafra state will be enforced, and it is called the level 2 of civil disobedience for the release of Mazi and the release of all Biafra political prisoners. So why I have come here, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Enter Biafra Channel 1, we are live on Facebook as well. Why I have come here is that in case if you have any question, what is not clear to you, you can join and ask those questions, and we are going to address you. I have only 1 hour to spend, and then we may not be coming this evening. So anybody that didn't watch the broadcast today may not watch our broadcast again today. So the next broadcast will be tomorrow. And I have a reason for not coming live this evening. I will not share the reason with you people. I'm going to share the reason when when I will start my normal broadcast. Sokoto Human Barbecue, yes, we see them. Nobody is talking about it, of course. All right, so the line will be open. The line will be open to come in and make your, either ask your question. Let it be more of question. If you also want to chip in something, you chip in. Let it be 1.5 minute talk. 1.5 minute talk. 1.5 minute talk. And highest is 2 minutes. So join and ask your questions, and let us address it as quickly as possible. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program. Ifeanyi Nnaji, welcome to the program. Ifeanyi Nnaji, are you there? Welcome to the program. You have 1.5 minutes. Good afternoon from here. Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon, Simon.
Yes, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why I spoke to you.
I hope all is well.
All is very, very well. What about you?
I'm all right. We're already midnight. It's already midnight here in Malaysia.
All right. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. I don't have much. I don't have any question to ask you. All I have to tell you is just word of encouragement. Understand? And to encourage our Biafrans for them to be strong. Like our leader said, that after the 100 and something days of the fasting and prayer, so many things will be happening.
Yes.
And those things are already happening. It's only someone who have a spiritual eye that will understand what is going on. But all I have to tell our Biafrans is that they should be strong and never be discouraged. Especially you, Simon, I know that they are hitting you so much, but you have to be strong. Remember what you promised our leader. Remember what you promised the Biafrans. As comes rain, comes shine, you will stand by the truth. Exactly. Like our leader always said, that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. So that is the only thing that will save us. The other day I was listening to Radio Biafra, they were there gossiping, talking about personal issue. Someone came to Radio Biafra, a place of worship, to lie and lie against innocent people. And when you are not even talking about them, they will come and talk about you. But that shouldn't weigh you down or worry you. We are behind you. Millions of Biafra are behind you. You need to know how many people that are streaming your program in their Facebook, in their program. As I'm talking to you now, so many people, more than 4 people now that I'm following, they are streaming your program, and thousands of people are there watching it, listening. So that is encouraging. If you go to the Radio Biafra, in their life, you will not see up to 300 people. That is a shame. The Radio Biafra, that whenever our leader come online, millions will full and be listening. It's for those people to know that the spirit of Biafra have left them, and Biafra have left them. That is one thing they need to understand. My brother, be strong.
Thank you
be
very
strong.
much.
God will encourage you. Be strong. Be strong. Take care and good night.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. And somebody asked a question about the debate of the House of Commons on sanctioning Nigeria. Yes, the debate is scheduled to start 4:30 p.m. and last for 1 hour. So probably the debate has already started, and it will be streamed. It will be streamed also on the program. So those of you who did not watch the debate will watch it on our program. I'm going to bring the debate like I promised. Chinedu Kanebi. Good afternoon.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to sit with you today. Oh my goodness. I've been trying. I don't know, but today I went through. May the Lord bless you and keep you and keep your family. The evil shall befall you. No scorpion where you are dwelling. I want you to know that we're here. I'm in Houston. We are praying for you. We are behind you. And I want to encourage you that those with you are more than those against you. So stay strong and stay encouraged doing the good work. I follow you every day. So yesterday you were talking about the sanctioning the revenue of the country. I'm suggesting if you can also add that the churches in Nigeria shut down on Sundays. Let Nigeria and Biafra land. Let all churches in Biafra land shut down. Still don't want to realize that our leader is in pain. That is not their business. So the tithe and offering and the seed they are sowing to Papa prophesied. Papa speak. Let them keep that time in the offering and eat, stay in their home and worship the God in their home. For now, they need to stay away until our light is out. Let them report that Biafran economy and punish all those Eastern politicians led by Jews or Carlo and the Hopes. And there are people coming here to tell you with their attack, you don't say anything. If you don't say anything, the gullibles will believe them. So you mention it and let them know that you know what they know. And what they know is bigger than them, according to your word. You know?
Exactly.
So I'm encouraging you to be strong. I watched the party, the Anambra, Finland, the independent party. Can't believe you dance so well with your suit. Next time, turn African wear because you were sweating and gossiping. And I was saying that nobody should give you a drink. You should be watching your environment. I'm following you. I'm testing the hoster on Facebook, on YouTube, and Biafra. I am Chinedu because I'm married to Edo. I'm from Ogwashu.
Wow.
Delta Biafra. So if you can help me, there's a lady I call your show. I think her name is Zava from Houston. I've been trying to join Biafra in Houston. I have called and called. Anybody I talk to, so all they know is politics. All they know is politics. I mean, if I can join them, maybe we can make a difference in Houston. We have a lot of Delta Eagles that are here. They are denying that they are not Biafra. If I can go in the midst of them, we'll be able to help them in Houston. I want to, my husband will not be happy. He said, though, he's Benin, but I don't care. I'll fight for my people. So please, if that woman can contact me, I want to know what to do. There's another lady here that said maybe Sugarland. That's what it is, Sugarland. We can come together and see how we can join the people that are here and let them know that this is time to wake up. So we need you to help me in that area. I don't know that woman. I don't have a number. And I don't know what to do. The man I called told me he will respond to me in 2 weeks. This is almost a month. I don't have something from him. I tried to reach that man in Dallas, the coordinator. And asked I forgot his name. If he can come to me again. Yes. I don't know. I saw him I saw him on the woman that your program. I saw him in your program.
Yes.
Ask him if he can come to Houston. We need to do Biafra again in Houston. The Houston branch dying. And I know I went to where they used to meet before. They have scattered. I'm involving in my heart to see how we can educate our, especially the Delta Igbos. They are in the Maya. They don't know where they come from. So for
I will link you. I will link you up with AGRC, and I think he can collaborate with others and put things up. So I will link you up with Mazi AGRC. So if you can send me email. If you can send me email, you have my email?
Get your email address again? No, I don't. I just want to stream now.
Okay, let me put it on this comment section.
Okay. So, thank you. I'm so happy to see you today.
Thank you. Did you see the comment? Did you see the comment? Did you see the comment?
I did not.
No, look at the private chat.
No, I did not.
Okay, can you open the private chat? Open the chat.
Okay.
Do you see the private chat?
Let me open it. Oh,
You see the private chat? If you don't see it,
That people's,
no, not the comments, not in the general comment. When you look at the
Okay.
home page of this where you are now, you will see private chat. You know, just click on it.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
click
I see
private
private
chat.
chat.
You are
Okay.
going to see the email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Hold
So
on.
open
Let me
it. So have you seen
I
it?
see it now. Info. Yeah, I see it. Hold on. Info. Okay. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So
I
I
have to
will
tell my
send
friend
you
in Chicago that I
Ejias
don't
his
see
contact.
today. Yes, sir. I'll
Thank
tell my
you.
friend
You're
in
welcome.
Chicago that I spoke to you. God bless you. Say hello to Adam and your
Bless you
wife.
too. I will.
Well, yes.
I will. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We're gonna bring you in. Who is next online? Who is next online? Ifani Uzoma. You're gonna be next. Welcome to the program, Ifani. Good afternoon from here.
Good evening from here, from Vietnam, Simon Eba.
From Vietnam. Wow.
Honestly, it's a big privilege for me to talk to your platform.
You're welcome.
I have been coming through this your live stream, but every time I come here, a lot of people are before me, so you always contact them before me. So sometimes I have a call and I miss the opportunity.
Yes. So today you are here.
So what I really want to contribute is, well, it is obvious already that God is using you to strengthen us. Understand? So what I'm saying is that you should not be compromised.
Compromising is not in our dictionary.
Just don't look your back. Even if they offer you anything, focus. Understand? What you are doing is really, really great for us.
All right, thank you. So what do you think? What do you think about the economic sanction we are talking about? We are discussing economic sanction. We want broadcasters to start, discussing and creating awareness for the economic sanction, for us to sanction the collection of internally generated revenue, because that is a direct attack on the economy of this government, especially on the economy of the state governors who have, turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to the impunity that is, being perpetrated on our people back home. So, do you have any question about that, or are you supporting it?
Mazi Samonekba, for me, I support everything that will help us to bring Mazi and the Carlo out. You understand? Today, I'm not going to lie. Today, I was touched by a German man who is living in Vietnam here. So when I met this man, we were on an elevator. So he asked me where I was from. So I told him I'm from Nigeria, from the eastern part of Nigeria. He said, Biafra? He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, wow. So I stopped the elevator. I stepped out to talk to him more, He educated me. Even he said he knows he was in Nigeria during the war, that before I was born. But Germany tried to help to free Biafra out from Nigeria, but they couldn't. You understand? Yeah. Because towards him, he was saying that he fought the war against Biafra. But in other way around, they were also trying to help Biafrans to be free. But it was not possible for them. You understand? But today, I also educated him because he's living in Vietnam. He doesn't know more again what is going on in the country, which he has been in the 90s. So I tried to educate him. Look at what is going on now. You understand? So he was very, very. He really touched my soul. He really motivated me today more, because honestly, when they talk about Biafra is a spirit, I found out that It is not just you particularly. It is about what is inside that people don't know. A lot of things we don't know about Biafra, which is always the spirit, always waking up us.
Yes.
So
my brother, what we have to discuss today is we want to comment, on this particular sanction that we are talking about, economic sanction. Some people are asking, what are you doing to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Some people are asking, what are you doing? What do you want? What is your plan? What is our plan? What are we doing? So I have come to propose one plan, to sell out one idea. Is a plan, and people don't understand what is sanction. It is one of the world most effective way of compelling government officials, government country to do something that is right. You impose economic sanction on them. So when people are asking Simon Ekpa, what are you doing? Apart from what we are doing on the ground, what they don't know, and they don't need to know it. Apart from what we are doing on the ground, now there is something that is already on the table. And this is what I call the level 2 of the civil disobedience. So when they ask what is plan? What is your plan, Simon Ekpa? What are you planning? How do you want to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And I said we have to now start by enforcing the economic sanction, because it is the only thing you will use to bend the hammer and bend the iron of the government. It is working. It is working. The United States is using it. The UN is using it. European Union using it. World powers using it. NATO using it. So we have to now begin to adopt that particular system. Now, a lot of people will be concerned. So I want to expect questions from. I want people to be asking me difficult questions, so I will answer that question.
Mazi, one thing you should know, is that it's all over the world. If a president make a statement, he allow the floor to the executive and the judiciary to support him. You understand? So in this case, for me, we are all fighting the same cause. Nobody is fighting differently. We are fighting the same Biafra. We're trying to guard our freedom. So even if we do this to shut down Eastern region, saying that the whole month or Christmas there shouldn't be anything going on in Eastern, we are doing it for our own benefit.
And let me also. After this I'm gonna take you out because I want other people. I said I need like 1 hour, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1.5. So you see, the point here is that when you hear people say, Simon Ekpa, if you have idea, bring it. Okay? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work like that. We don't have faith in the people and what they are doing at this point. So we have brought so many ideas and we don't see it being implemented anywhere. During the time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, there are so many ideas on the table. There are ideas, let me just give you certain ideas that were brought to the public and it was not implemented. And it has not been implemented and will never be implemented except different people take it upon themselves. One of the example of the idea is that somebody brought idea to do what we call the postcard. The postcard to create awareness for those in Canada, US, and the United Kingdom. The postcard will cost nothing, okay? We can make 1 million postcard, share it to people, and in that postcard, there is going to be a lot of information about what is going on in Biafra, what is going on in Nigeria, the abduction and kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So the local people will know what is going on in the United Kingdom. The local people will know what is going on in Canada. The local people will know what is going on in the United States. Nobody has taken it upon themselves and nobody will do it because I know. Two is that we have brought idea that we need to go into media, into grassroots media war, which is making sure that every cranny of every part of America, Canada, and the United Kingdom and Europe have knowledge of what is going on. Which is going from the grassroots media. That is not happening. and that has not happened. So this is just an example of it. So now, and the people don't understand how things work. So when you have find yourself in the situation where people don't take ideas, and now we have what we call the autopilot, whether you like it or you're not. It didn't come from me, even though I said it myself. But whether you like it or not, there is an autopilot in this movement. The movement somehow is an autopilot. You don't need to agree.
On the people.
Yeah, the power is on the people. So
Mazi,
let me finish. Now,
Okay.
when they tell you if you have idea, bring it. It doesn't work like that. When you are running a government, that you see that something is not all right, and there are some kind of suspicions of compromise. So even if there is no suspicion of compromise, the people that are part of this government, the people that are elected, they bring these ideas. They don't say, I am taking the idea to the president of the country. They don't say, I am taking the idea to the Senate president. They don't say, I am taking the idea to the House of Representative, the Speaker of House of Representatives. They don't say that. What they do is that they begin to create awareness on this idea. I want to move a motion for this. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's not going to give it to Senate President and say, Senate President, I have this idea. Let us sell it to the people of the country. So it doesn't work like that. So it is somebody who brings the idea, will sell the idea to the people. Now it's left for the people to adopt that idea or not. And when you are serious in what you are doing, if the idea is good, it does not matter whose idea is. It does not matter where the idea is coming from. If it is something that is going to benefit the movement, why would you not adopt the idea and forget whoever that is bringing the idea? That is the problem. So I want people to ask me a question. How do I think this is going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released? How do I think this is going to work out? How can we enforce this? How do we succeed in this? These are the kind of questions I don't want to discuss it because I don't have time. So do you have any question about this?
Like I said before, before you say that, people already want to do things, but we just want to hear order from the right source. You understand? Like you said, this movement is already on autopilot. Everybody knows that, and we cannot lie to ourselves. We are the people of Biafrans. We are not happy. We are not happy.
So do you have any question? Do you have any question about this? Or do you just support it and let us go forward?
No, I wanted to ask you a question, you understand? But I don't know. Let me just say, I just want to express my a little bit feelings, about this,
Okay.
So, but let me just conclude. I don't need to, because I know that they're waiting. So what I want to say is this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say something. If you know anything that will bring Biafra, do it. You understand? And now he is not here to say that. Now what we want is, if you know anything that will help him out from there, we should do it. So the only thing we need to do is, we hear this, we have one house, we do it, we create the awareness. Like my family in Nigeria, everybody, once I hear something like this from the platform, I share it to them. I tell them, hey, every Monday they are sitting at home, they're not going anywhere.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Ifeanyi, let me give other people opportunity to come.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I really appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
All right, this Abuchi, I know that you have been your body have been pushing you all this while. I hope you have not come here to fight me. I cannot hear you. Can you omit yourself? Touch the setting and omit yourself. I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
The proceeding will start shortly.
I can't hear you. Abuchi, you need to touch something on your setting, please. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. And Biafrans, we have update from we have update from our international representatives. We have update from Allen Group, and at the same time, we have also the debate on sanctioning Nigeria. We have updates on our. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is that we have update from from our international representative, and that may be that we may be coming live again for this particular update. We may be coming live again for this particular update. It's 2 p.m. time. This is 18:33 p.m. All right. So I'm gonna bring you since Abuchi is not talking, and Stella Chimex. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Stella.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Good afternoon from here. Welcome to the program.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Mazi, good job. Keep it up. We are
Thank you.
behind you. Please, I support the new sanction reaching out effective. How can we so as to yield the good result we are getting?
Yes, I can hear you. Well, it is going to be very, very effective in the sense that the governors can never do without generating this state revenue. And once the sanction is enforced, that they no longer get this revenue, they are going to be running from pillar to post to see how to solve it. And this is responsibility of every Biafran, every concerned Biafran. The way Biafrans are sitting at home without listening to the governors. Yes, the same way Biafrans are sitting at home every Monday without listening to the governors is the same way this is going to be enforced and be effective. The same way the government workers are not going to work every Monday, irrespective of all the threat coming from the governors, is the same way this thing is going to be very effective. So once we attack this internally generated revenue by imposing the sanction, which is enforcing it, calling on the transportation workers and the road transport workers union and all that. If any driver want to give money to, for example, to the workers in motor park, they can give those money for somebody to help them to load their car, their buses, but the money does not go. It is not, they cannot pay revenue or any kind of tax or anything to the government or to the people operating in the park. So let it go to the people that call themselves Agboro or Ayodis Agboro. They're collecting money for loading cars and all that, for loading buses and all that. So it is not the time that when they will be going about and stopping buses and collecting money and giving to the government. So that have to stop. And the Biafra people need to enforce it. Volunteers need to enforce it. So we need to start physically engaging anybody that is collecting revenue, because we have declared no revenue until the people that are collecting the revenue start looking at the human rights abuse that is being perpetrated upon our people, and they start to address it, and they start to take responsibility to why they were elected. They were elected not to collect revenue and they allow our people to be killed. So they have to live up to the expectation. They have to take responsibility of what is happening, the killings in Imo State, the killing in Abia State, the killing in Anambra State, in Ihala, all those killings, we don't need to see it again in Biafra land. So, and for that reason, they have lost the legitimacy to collect revenue. We need to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released, or at least something very, very stringent decisions and decisive measures are being taken to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release. And in addition to that, the release of all Biafrans that has been abducted by the government and they are now in detention. There is no sign of trial coming. So these are our demand. And then when we cross this bridge, we are going to see what else we are going to do. So it is going to be very effective. And remember, the Nigerian politicians, they don't play with money. So especially this internally generated revenue. I want you to understand how the internally generated revenue will crash everything the state government does. For example, the Anambra State generates about 28 billion every year. That 28 billion naira, it doesn't reflect anywhere in the economy of the state. Now, the only thing you see is the figures. You see the number of the amount. You see the figure. You see the amount being generated internally every year. It doesn't build hospital. It doesn't build road. It doesn't add anything. And let me tell you, the amount being declared is just the one that was declared. The amount being generated is far more bigger than that what you see on the paper. Those people collecting those money are on contract. They enrich themselves and they will never support Biafra. It is the reason why when they want to give Ochanja Market to somebody to be in charge of revenue in Ochanja Market, the person is on contract. That kind of person can never support Biafra because he is making a hell of money from Ochanja Market. And those who benefit indirectly from that person will also never support Biafra. So we need to start looking at the activities of those who are in charge of these marketplaces, of this motor park, of all those places that are generating this internal revenue for the state government. That is what we need to do. So, and the governors need to take the responsibility of protecting the life of the people. Now they have failed to do that. They have also failed to show and prove to us that they are also a stakeholder in the Nigeria project. We have not seen that. We've seen how the Fulani are supporting terrorists. We've seen how Gumi have supported campaign for terrorists, nothing happened to him. We've seen how every other person from the northern Nigeria are claiming superior to other parts of the country. So the leaders from this, our Biafra region, must prove to us that they are actually being regarded as one Nigeria. And that is not happening. So they are not worthy to collect the revenue from our people. That's what we're doing. And it is going to hit them very hard. I hope I'll address that question even with more explanation. So Abuchi, I'm going to bring you again. Yes. Are you talking now? Abuchi, still, I can't hear you. I don't know why this thing is not talking. Abuchi. Abuchi, I still cannot hear you. Hello? Please, I will call you back when I finish. I'm on live broadcast now, so let's get back after the live broadcast. Thank you. So, Abuchi, I still cannot hear you. All right, I'm going to take you out. Let us look for something. You need to check your system. And then Marshall, good afternoon from here. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon from here, Mr. Marshall.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm doing very, very fine. And you?
I'm all right. Let me equally say something concerning this economic sanction.
Okay.
I would equally suggest that when you light a match, you cover it.
Yes.
You cover it so that it continues to burn steadily before you now open it. Otherwise, wind and all extraneous forces will put it out.
Yes.
So why am I saying this? I will equally advise you not to be diverging everything that you want to do concerning this thing over the media, because sometimes some people come here under the guise to ask questions, but they want to, dig out what you have in mind, and they will now go and find a way to counter it.
I agree with you.
Then the other thing I want us to do is this. Whatever you are planning, you understand? They say how do they put it? They say who pays the piper takes the tune. This is your baby. Since it is your baby, fashion out the modalities on how you want to, go about it. And it is not everything that you divulge.
Yeah.
Ndị Igbo na-atụlụ isi mberede dị n'edike. So ọ bụrụ na ị na-eme this thing, let it come as a surprise to them. Surprise is the name of the game. I don't want a situation whereby we will divulge everything that we have.
I agree with you.
To the enemies. That's one. And the second thing I want to equally talk about, I said it before. You understand? Some of these people that why are they afraid of Biafra? Why are they sabotaging it? It is just because they are averse to the truth. They are averse to a situation where things functions properly, because they are benefiting from what is going on. That's why they are doing this. Yes. And for a long, long time, we've allowed them to get away with these things, and that's why a lot of people, like Mazi, if you listen to some of his brokers, that's why a lot of people are being recruited on a daily basis to continue to sabotage what we're doing. You understand? My father used to tell me, or maybe particularly the sabotage. My father said, yes. You understand what I mean? I'm assuming not Pali. You know what that means. So, yes. Because we've been allowing these people to do this thing they're doing, they think that it is okay. Remember, Ndibo naturally say, Aruba for women. But we need to begin to cut short this thing that these people are doing. Anything that you propose to do, please have it, cover it. Cover it. Let nobody see what you're doing. Let nobody know what you're doing. You understand? Then, when they now begin to see the results, nobody will tell them that, okay, that time, by the time they try to figure out how to counter it, we are gone. Yes. That's what I want to say. I don't want to waste so much time. God bless you.
I agree with you.
Continue with what you're doing. We can't continue to release everything we have in our arsenal so that our enemies will know. We now go back and reinforce and plan on how to counter us.
Yes. They
will.
I agree. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. We are going to be having our international representative. We are going to be having Dr. Alan White in very few minutes' time. We're going to have Dr. Allen. Dr. Allen has filed a new application to the ICC today. I think, yes, there is a new release. As you can see, the release is what we are going to discuss today. I think it's going to be giving us an update. I'm sorry that I did not make this announcement period to this broadcast. For immediate release, December 8, Washington BW Global, BWGG submit third criminal complaint against Nigeria genocide in Biafra. And Group LLC, BWGG, a human rights and government accountability advocacy firm in Washington, D.C., filed its third formal communication with the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, the ICC. The BWGG petition marked the one-year anniversary of issuance of International Criminal Court preliminary examination report, which documented the atrocities committed by Nigeria government security forces in Nigeria. What BWGG has done is to submit criminal referral to document the ongoing genocide being conducted by the Nigeria government and its surrogate against indigenous people of Biafra. Once the ICC opened a formal investigation against the Nigeria government's action, our documentation can be used by the ICC Office of the Prosecutor, said Dr. Alan White, BWGG partner. All three of the BWGG petitions were submitted pursuant to Article 15 of the Rome Statute, of which the Nigerian government is a signatory. The third criminal filing follows WBGG is October 29, 2021 submission to the IC and further document to the atrocities committed by Nigeria governmental forces and all affiliated paramilitary units against members of the indigenous people of Biafra, Southeast Nigeria. Supporting its petition to the ICC, BWGG additionally entered this official criminal complaint against the Nigerian government, which with the United States or the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. BWGG expanded its cooperation with the United Nations to include the UN Human Rights Council, and the UN Human Rights Council is an intergovernmental body within the UN, and it is made up of 47 states responsible for the promotion and protection of all human rights around the globe. It is based at the United Nations office in Geneva. The BWGG has fully communicated with the Foreign Office in the United Kingdom regarding both the ICC and the United Nations filings, and continues to seek increased cooperation from the UK regarding the unlawful rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen. Editor note, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, held and tortured in Kenya for 10 days and was unlawfully transported to Nigeria by the Nigerian Government Security, DSS. June 19 to 29, 2021, in an unlawful rendition operation, Kanu was denied legal counsel for weeks, and Kanu is largely incommunicado. Jeff Burrell, a BWG partner, noted, with these filings, BWGG has amassed a body of evidences against the Nigeria and its systematic and repressive campaign against the IPOB in Southeast Nigeria. The international community is now engaged and responsive to our petition. BWGG is moving forward with the support of the United States Congress on its criminal actions against the government of Nigeria. Long-standing human rights champion Congress Chris Smith, ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Africa Subcommittee, stated in November 24, 2021 congressional hearing, Fulani militants are systematically targeting and slaughtering Christian farmers in Nigeria, Middle Belt, as well as attacking non-Fulani throughout the country with the apparent complicity or at least indifference of Nigeria authorities. With Congressman Smith's support, BWGG is seek action by the United States Department of State to support effective human rights action in Biafra. Congressman Smith noted that the recent Department of State inaction on Nigeria and threat to religious freedom in Nigeria, the Department of State policies are appalling and will worsen the human rights situation in Nigeria. Failure to hold President Buhari to account will only embolden Nigeria militants. BWGG effort to protect indigenous people of Biafra are expanded, working with the Ipob authorized representative for the Americas. BWGG engaged the Canadian government and is formally seeking Canadian protection of law-abiding IPOB members currently in Canada, officially noting that Canadian repatriation of those IPOB members currently in Canada to Nigeria put those individuals at grave risk, stated Dr. White. In sum, BWGG has now submitted a comprehensive criminal package to the international to bring the full force of sanctions against those with command responsibility in the Nigerian government for human rights abuses against the IPOB in Biafra and other groups in Nigeria, Barrell concluded. So this is the latest update from the Dr. Today, the 8th day of December 2021. And we are going to have Dr. White in a moment from now, where he's going to join us. So, all right, he's going to join us in one moment from now to give that update. So, you all stay tuned as Dr. White, Dr. Allen join us. Dr. Allen is joining us all the way from the United States. All the way from the United States. All right. Good afternoon, Dr. Allen. Welcome to this program.
Good afternoon, Simon. How are you?
I'm doing very fine. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've just read to the audience the communication today, the 8th day of December 2021. You have officially submitted the third filings to the ICC. So, can you give Biafrans update? What is going on? What are we expecting, and what has happened so far?
Absolutely. This is a significant referral because this marks the 1-year anniversary since the International Criminal Court Office of the Prosecutor submitted their preliminary examination report documenting the atrocities that were committed principally up north by the Nigerian security forces. What we have done is this is our third referral, and we continue to accumulate significant evidence to support the initiation of a criminal investigation into not only what happened up north, but particularly what happened to the indigenous people of Biafra in the South. And that's why this is significant, our referral. It's a process, as we mentioned, but we continue to collect evidence and information that we submit, and we will continue to do this and request the Office of the Prosecutor to formally seek approval to open a criminal investigation into this matter, and looking principally at the ongoing genocide that we submit as being committed against the indigenous people of Biafra.
In this referral, this is the third filings to the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. You have also notified us officially by this release that the BWGG has actually initiated some kind of you have made some kind of move with the government of the Canadian government. So could you share a little bit light on that?
Yes, in addition to this, we do many things on behalf of the indigenous people of Biafra, as designated and requested by the leader. But in his absence, we have been working specifically with the authorized representative of the Americas, Madame Oyibo, also known as Ms. Rita Easy. And she requested our assistance in assisting the law-abiding IPOB members that are located in Canada, who had been put on notice by the Canadian Border Security Agency of an admissibility hearing. Basically, they had identified some derogatory information that we felt that we needed to respond to, and provided a response to that information in support of keeping them in the country. Again, these are law-abiding residents within Canada, and there was some action that was being sought to potentially remove them. So we engaged, put together a very robust response to justify why they needed to remain in the country, and unfortunately what could happen to them if in fact they were deported. So these are one of many things that we do. We don't always publicize it, but this is something that we wanted to let you know, that the authorized representative is working on the behalf of all IPOB, but particularly in the Americas right now, to make sure that justice and accountability is sought.
Some people are, sometimes a lot of people will want to know, and there are some people that will doubt, what is going on and what you have done so far. So could you tell us more about this referral? What actually is it in practice? Like when you said you filed a referral to the ICC, what does that mean to people who do not know the process and the procedures at the ICC? What does it mean for your firm, to file a referral to the ICC? How does it work?
Well, that's a good question, Simon. Essentially, what a criminal referral is a complaint identifying evidence and information that support the initiation or probable cause. Most people have heard of the term probable cause, and we have provided information that we think justify and provide probable cause for the Office of the Prosecutor to open up a criminal investigation against the government of Nigeria and those others, the Fulani extremists that they are complicit with, for the commission of a wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilians. They've been targeting Christians, Jews, Shias, and specifically targeting ethnic groups like the indigenous people of Biafra. So we have collected confidentially, and I hope your audience can appreciate that. We don't want to identify who the sources of those individuals are or the methods in which we gather. Just rest assured they are collected in accordance with international standards and provided. And we just continue to build a case to support our efforts, as well as the Office of the Prosecutor to formally open up an investigation. So it's a process. Other peoples have done it one time, and that's it. We continue, as I mentioned the last time I was on your show, we continue to pursue this course of justice and accountability on behalf of the leader who asked us to do this. and in his absence, the authorized representative who is legally authorized to act on his behalf and who we are working very closely with and seeking direction and guidance from, and seeking justice and accountability for the members of the IPOB.
Thank you very much for that clarification and very clear answer there. And then the next question I would like to ask is, this is the third time you are filing, you and this your firm filing this referral, the criminal complaint to the ICC. Does is this particular complaint filed by the BWGG, is it some information that is publicly accessible by people? Is it something that you can just contact the ICC to know, because it is highly confidential things, and especially the evidence is provided until I know how this how these things work, but it is good that if it is coming from you, that people may understand how the process works. Is it possible that people can just contact the ICC and ask questions whether there is any complaint filed by BWGG or not?
Well, certainly they could contact the ICC, and we have received acknowledgement back from them. However, the contents of our referral remains confidential because we provided very detailed information, and we certainly don't want to put anybody in harm's way, and we want to protect the sources and methods that we use. However, we have provided that information to the ICC. We continue to do that, and we will continue to do that. And even should they open up an investigation, which we believe eventually they will, it is our role to continue to support their efforts wherever we can as part of our mandate to seek justice and accountability for the members of IPOB.
So that's also a very clear answer there. I also understand that you put the office of the the UK, the British, the office, the United Kingdom. Who is it? Home Office? Where did I see it? Sorry, I need to.
It's the Foreign Office.
Yes, the Foreign Office. Yeah, the UK Foreign Office. You've also put them on notice about the filings and the criminal complaint at the ICC. So. Because Mazi is a British citizen. So have we been able to, is there any update from that end, or is this particular notice being filed, notifying them, is this for formality, or do you think you are expecting anything from them, from the Foreign Office?
Well, unfortunately, since we are not a governmental agency, and even if we were, there's no requirement for them necessarily to provide back. However, in fairness to the British government, we do have some very good contacts over there who at least acknowledge the receipt of this information and that it is being forwarded to the appropriate officials. So to us, that's as good as we can get right now, because typically they do not tell you, and you could not expect them to tell what internally the government is doing necessarily. However, we have been made aware from some of our sources in country that typically after a referral or something they receive from us, they do in fact engage, and there have been representatives that have been sent to see Mr. Kanu. Now, we've not been able to verify that. However, we're doing everything that we can humanly possible to keep those that can assist us on behalf of the IPOB seeking justice and accountability to do so. That involves the ICC, that involves the UN Human Rights Council, which incidentally they acknowledged receipt of our formal complaint, which they will act upon. We don't know exactly what they're going to do, but we have called for an international independent commission of inquiry to be appointed by the Commissioner of the High Commissioner for Human Rights to look into not only the abduction, forced disappearance, torture, and illegal extraordinary rendition, but also the ongoing genocide that's being committed against the members of the IPOB in Nigeria right now. So we've made, we think, tremendous progress. We will continue to pursue this course of justice and accountability, and that's what we plan on doing. So we're just giving you an update. We won't necessarily always have a response, and as you can imagine, The world right now is being consumed by a number of significant incidents. Just look, for example, in West Africa. You've got a coup that happened in Guinea. You had a coup that happened in Mali. You have South Sudan that has issues. You had a coup in Sudan. You have other countries nearby that are there's ongoing crisis situations right now. So we're doing everything we can to keep this issue front and center in every quadrant that we can, seeking justice and accountability. So I just wanted to make your audience aware of that. Think of the Afghanistan situation that we had in August. The plight of those people still getting out of there is still ongoing. We have the Russian issues at the border of Ukraine. We have issues with China, human rights violations with the Uyghurs and other things. So the world's a very complicated place right now. So we just want to make sure that your listeners, both viewers and listeners, are aware of the challenges that we face keeping this issue front and center. However, I assure you that that is what BWGG will do, is doing, and will continue to do.
So, second to the last question, a lot of people, like what you say, you're facing a lot of challenges and a lot of issues. It is just a global problem. So is it something that is wise to always come to update the people whenever you are engaged in this kind of job? Is it wise for you to come on public broadcast like this to make update of what you have done and what you are doing so far, especially those that are supposed to be public? Somebody is asking that question, and it is good that you address it. Yes.
Well, we will leave that on a case-by-case situation. We just felt that there were a number of things that were accumulating or have accumulated this year in 2021, and we thought we owed it to your audience, at least what we've done up to date. It may not be wise to publicly state. I know there are some that would like to know, but in our business, it's not who would like to know, it who has a need to know. And that's the difference between our work and necessarily a public relations firm. We are in the human rights business. There is a lot of work that is done behind the scenes, and rightfully so, and it may not be wise or prudent for us to make those things public. But at least in this case, we wanted to give people an idea of what we're doing on behalf of IPOB, and we'll continue to do that. Again, we may not be this public, but we felt we owed it to your viewers, because we know right now, with the leader being in custody and the uncertainty of what's going on, we do know that with the folks that we're dealing with, the emissary, and particularly the authorized representative in the U.S., we feel that they're on a good course, a solid course, and they certainly have the best interests of the people of IPOB in doing what the leader had directed be done, and that was to promote a human rights advocacy campaign on behalf of the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, and also seek justice and accountability. So at least you know who we are, you know what we're doing, and again, it's not going to be prudent for us to publicize that all the time, but at least people know that something's being done, and we think that that is probably the most important thing as we go into 2022, that they know something is being done, and that we're going to continue to doing that. So whatever support they can provide to the IPOB would be probably in their best interest, and I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you very much. And then the last question.
Sure.
I see in this release, BWGG is moving forward with the support of the U.S. Congress on criminal actions against the government of Nigeria. And then of course here, Congressman Chris is also involved. And in this place, it was said Fulani militants are systematically targeting and slaughtering people, which is correct. And the Global Terrorism Index in some years back, from 2015, and all that, have ranked Fulani militant as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world. Today, we have seen this Fulani militant, not being mentioned by media. I don't even know if the Global Terrorism Index they are still using that Fulani militant. So they have changed it to bandit and other names, just to remove the Fulani militant, which is actually what they are. So what the either comment or assurance of that the BWGG will continue with this part of working closely with the Congress, with the U.S. congressmen and the Department of State you also mentioned in this particular release.
Rest assured, we have enlightened members of Congress on both sides of the aisle of the significance of the genocide and what's going on. 8 months ago, the term genocide that was being used in Nigeria was not even thought of. Now we have educated them and enlightened them and got their support in seeking justice and accountability. And it is clear that Nigeria does not recognize the Fulani extremists as terrorists. And isn't that ironic that they recognize the IPOB, who is a peaceful group that is not a terrorist organization and not recognized anywhere outside as a terrorist organization? Yet the Global Terrorism Index, which is an international organization that is highly regarded and highly renowned, that designates them as the third most dangerous terrorist group in the world. So isn't that ironic? So the US Congress knows that. As we get into next year, we will be engaging them even more than what we are. And one of the goals of BWGG is also to seek hearings, congressional hearings on this matter. So these things take time. We have to be dogmatic and engaged, and that's what our organization does. And we will continue to do that as part of our advocacy campaign and also seeking justice and accountability. And not just criminally going to jail, but we're also going to be pursuing sanctions. So whatever means possible that we can legitimately seek action, that's what we're going to do. And there's many areas that we can do this. We won't talk all about them right now, but just rest assured that we know that there are many areas that we can pursue some sort of justice and accountability on the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, which we were charged to do.
Thank you very much for this your update to Biafra. Today, we are looking forward to have you again, and you also always honored the invitation to come to Great Biafra. Biafrans all over the world, we are going to be looking up to you again to come and brief us. And then hopefully we will start to see actions from the ICC as soon as possible.
Okay. And may I wish you and your viewers and listeners happy holidays. And we look forward to 2022 and a good year for the IPOB. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. That was Dr. Alan White giving us updates on the application filed, the third submission of criminal complaint against the Nigeria state and the ICC. And able to join us this particular time. I didn't expect that to happen. So we're going to, again, just please, anybody that is coming now, we'll have to talk very fast, just a few minutes, give it. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program. Just please, anybody that is coming now. Good evening. When you're watching it from, please. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Good evening from here.
I'm happy to be on your platform today to talk.
You're welcome. This is your first time here, right?
No, I came the first time we did the prayer night, the first night.
Okay, yes. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I want to thank you first of all for your work. You are doing a great job for us. I'm so happy for your work. Thank you so much for how you are pushing. Because if not for you, we might not be hearing. In fact, the IPOB issue or Biafra issue might have been dead by now. Because looking at what we are seeing from the DOS and the other people that let me call it the leaders, the people that are leading the struggle now is like they are somehow compromised. But thank God we are here. And the one other thing I want to say is as regards to the issue at hand now, we are talking about the economic sanction on the Southeast. It's a good idea. But another thing there is, since your platform now, it's not everybody, every IPOB member or Biafrans that are listening to you. Some people that are back in Nigeria may not have the opportunity or have data enough, because I know how much data costs in Nigeria. As at last year, I was in Nigeria. Every month I recharge 40 gig. They will tell you that 40 gig will last for 1 month, but that 40 gig, most of the time, 15,000 naira, most of the time it will not be up to 28 days before it will finish. So looking at that, you see that people will not be getting enough information. So as regards to this sanction, so I'm looking at how can we make it so public and that people at the grassroots will hear about it and know about it. And another thing is, how are we going to enforce it? Since you are not the one of the leaders of the IPOB that can issue command, then how will you give this command now and the people?
First of all, we don't. There is no need for command on anything. Okay, the information has been released on air, and so all we need to do is to share it to everybody. Share it on your platform. Share it on your pages. The spirit of Biafra will take charge of that.
Okay. Another thing,
once the people understand how far it will go, if the people in leadership don't want to give command because of either compromise or because of they're afraid of something, don't just worry. You will see the Biafra people will take it upon themselves. Nobody is telling you to stay at home. Nobody is telling you to stay at home not to stay at home, right? They have even threatened with police. They have even threatened with sanction. Governors have come to say they are going to sack all of them. There is no threat. They have not given to people back home to stop sitting at home, right? They are still sitting at home. So the same spirit of the only thing we need to do is to just tell them how effective it is going to be in the struggle and the release of Mazi. Once the people understand that the economic sanction and the stop of revenue collectors, they are going to enforce it themselves. People will go to the street and enforce it. That's all it is needed. So we are in that stage now that don't worry about the people that will go to enforce it are already there waiting. So you don't need to. There is no order need to be given because we are in autopilot, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. It's everybody is receiving the heat.
So let it just be something that they know is going to affect the government. You will see them enforcing it.
Then another thing I want to talk, somebody.
Let me conclude again. Once those who are collecting this revenue now, once one or two persons are dealt with by Biafra people, the citizens, once they receive it in a hot way, nobody will tell other people to find it.
Exactly. Then another thing I want to say, because somebody made mention of it previously. They said that if you stop or put sit at home on Sunday or the day of worship, in as much as the pastors in Nigeria are not talking about it, I will not support, so that we will not be fighting God, thinking that we are fighting men.
Let me tell you. One thing is that I have not commented on the people proposing Sunday sit at home. We know that some people are just saying it specifically, to target some certain people. We are not going to be part of those who we say we want to persecute religious and all that. We can't be fighting for persecution against religious organization or religious society, and then we are going to be sanctioning the day of worship for God. I cannot be part of that. Okay, I cannot be part of that. But the thing is that anything that need to deal with the government is what we are facing. So the religious society and the religious movement, they may have their own loopholes and they may have their own flaws and all that, but these are not the people we are engaging. We are engaging the government, and this is the only way to engage the government is to give economic sanction, attack the source of revenue without any violence, without any bombing, without any AK-47. It's called. So this is the only way to engage directly the government itself. Because when you say sit at home, they come to lie to you that, oh, you are dealing with the economy, is a lie. It is not affecting any economy. Okay? I have explained the reason why the governors and the leaders, the politicians are just so pissed about the sit at home. It's because the Fulani in Abuja know that they have lost relevance, they are losing control of the people, and it is not good for them. So what they have to do is to do everything to see that, to prove that they have regained the control of the territory, and it is not happening. So now we have succeeded in that. We are going now to their finance. We are going to the economy. That is where we are. That economy they are complaining about. This is the time to hit that economy.
Another thing I want to say, as we are targeting the economy of Southeast, is there any move you are making or the people involved are making to involve our people at the coastal region, so that this pipeline that are there with the source of Nigeria wealth, where they are
we are not discussing that. Pipeline is not a problem now. Pipeline they have been bombing pipeline even before I joined the Biafra struggle. You understand? So it is not the issue of the pipeline. But this whole thing is stage by stage. If we go to that bridge, we are going to cross it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Right,
I'm so happy to be in your platform. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. I'm going to have Sam. Welcome to the program. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
I've been in contact with you since. It has not been easy.
But you are finally here now. Oh, we lost him. All right, Chima Kosha. Welcome to the program. All right. I cannot hear you. Welcome to the program. Yes, good evening.
I can hear you.
All right. I am very, 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 very a little bit exhausted, and I'm going to have the last person. The last person is going to be Chinedu. Chinedu, you have to make your comment very snappy. Welcome to the program. Chinedu, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Welcome to the program. Please make your comment. Make your comment in 1 minute.
So what I want to say is this: for the economic sanction, my problem is how to enforce it, and because it has to go from before the how do I say that? Before everything has to be in place now for it to be effective. There are people managing it. The local people like us, not government. So people I'm thinking now how to break them so that it will be effective much. How do we do
First of all, we are creating the awareness now of this economic sanction. And we are going to send a very strong message to the people, those local people who are the one in charge of collecting the revenue. We are going to tell them that, look, this is the situation of things. We are asking you, giving you 1 week. And that 1 week actually have started reading. We are giving you 1 week. That after that 1 week, we don't want to see anybody collecting revenue again. If you collect revenue, whatever you see, you get.
Okay.
Just as simple as that. It's not. You don't need. Yes, you don't need any science.
Okay, sir. You are really doing well, sir. You are the hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to stop here, and thank you all for watching and being part of this program. For any question, again, we are going to have another question and answer program again, either later on today or tomorrow. We will continue from where we stop. So thank you for watching. May God bless you. God bless Biafra. May God bless the Ududua Republic. May God bless Middle Belt. May God bless Amazonia. May God bless IPB Worldwide. May God bless Mazi and Kano. May God bless Sunday Igboho and all of you and ESN and all of you that are propagating the Biafra struggle. Thank you very much. Remain blessed. See you.